we're doing a quick little makeup-y thing. A couple of PSAs. I promise I'm gonna stop saying it. I was dealing with some turmeric today. I don't know if you've done anything with turmeric ever, but it's just, it gets everywhere. It gets everywhere. So if you see yellow anywhere, just mind your business. Mind your business. We don't need to talk about it. It's a secret. Ain't no thing. It's not a big deal, is the point. Okay? We don't need to say anything about it. Next thing on the agenda is the other day I was like, oh, I'm gonna go on TikTok live, see what it's all about, do the live thing. I mean, I was approved for it, so why not just at least once, and I went to go do it. Still hasn't happened yet, and I want you to know it's not my fault, because they apparently have to like double, triple make sure that you're the right age. Fine, great, love, respect, whatever. I saw the words 24 hours and I was like, cool. So 24 hours later, I checked back and I was like, still not available. And then I did some Googling and they were like, yeah, I can take it to 30 days. So just in case you see somewhere and me being like, oh, I'm gonna go TikTok live, and it's like forever past that, and you're like, well, she still hasn't. I'm not a liar. I'm just waiting. Guess that's that. Next. Are you tired of hearing me talk yet? Because it's about to get a lot worse. I have been on this kick. I was thinking about what I had been saying in my appointments with my physical therapist, and I do take a little bit of notes because I don't remember nothing. And one of the things that I was like, oh, you know what I keep saying the last couple times I've gone is I keep just being like, you know what, I feel like I can push more. Like, I'm not even ready, I don't think, to change anything like super crazy yet. I just feel like I can be doing more. I feel like I could be pushing more, and doing more of the bigger, like just more. And I have noticed too that I'm kind of feeling like that in my life. Like, I'm feeling like there's these days that I have that I'm like, for sure, it's a little bit more of a resting day, whatever. And back in the day, not that long ago, if I had a bit more of a difficult day, it really meant like sitting in bed most of the day, and anything that I did, whether it was to get up and just take a little lap around the room, or shower or whatever, was exhausting. And it was like we had to work up to it. Everything was a big deal, and that was it, and now it's kind of like yesterday, for example, I did not have a great day. Good night. I think it was an okay day, but something was going on with my body at night, and I had to do a lot of trying to fix things, like physically. There was like some pain, and a lot of like doing little exercises and trying to get the things in the right places, crack this, crack that, but like with exercises. I don't know, not just like I'm cracking things, like I'm doing exercises and it kind of adjusts your body, and then eventually like you'll hear all these cracking. I don't know if that made any sense. The point is that I was doing quite a bit of stuff trying to figure things out last night, and it just wasn't the best night. I didn't feel good. I was in pain, and I had to address it. And I'm still feeling a little off today, like I feel like maybe I can't do all of my hard exercises at their like hardest, and that I couldn't do, but I could do like my little baby exercises. But I'm also feeling like it's not necessarily beneficial for me to be spending all this time in bed. So today is not the day that I get to lay in bed all day. Great, fine. I love that I have options, but I feel like it's even more important for me to kind of like be out of bed and to be doing something. And this right here, what we're doing right now, seems to be quite good and distracting. And I have to be up, I'm sitting up, I'm doing things, I'm walking around the house, like I've gotten ready, I washed and mostly blew dry my hair, like I've been doing stuff. I also went for a little baby walk, and I filmed a little bit on my little baby walk as well. I mean, whether or not it's good footage and will ever see the light of day, it was something to distract me from, life. I think that means good fun things for me as well. It looks so shiny. How am I supposed to do my lighting so they don't look so shiny? Like look, even my hand kind of looks shiny. My lips are definitely dry. It's like that time of the year, and I'm not good. I'm not that good at remembering to put anything on my lips. I am not good at remembering anything ever. Putting on makeup is like, oh, I'm gonna put on makeup, and I totally just knocked that against my teeth and just like took a chunk out of it. You know? That's probably why they don't tell you to put on lipstick and talk at the same time. What I was trying to say is that this stuff is like nice and wonderful and smooth and natural-ish, and I feel like it's quite hydrating. So this is going to be me trying to take care of my lips this winter. It's going to be me putting on a whole bunch of lipstick all the time, which honestly sounds amazing. A little lipstick never hurt nobody. I mean, I guess it could if you were allergic to it. The moral of the story is that basically I feel like I could be doing more. I could be doing more filming. I feel like I definitely have the space for it, and I think maybe not every day is the best day where I can push myself and go for a walk and get all ready and wash my hair and blow dry it and then film. But I think today is a day that's not my best day. But it's still a day where all of this is actually beneficial for me because it keeps me up and moving and blood circulating, and I'm, using muscles and blah, 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 blah. But I'm also distracted and just trying to live life, and it feels a little bit more normal instead of me just like walking around the house in a circle like I'm just trying to stay upright and get circulation. That somehow that narrative feels better. Why don't you tell me I have so much makeup on my sweater? I'm feeling underwhelmed and overwhelmed at the same time. There are days that I definitely feel overwhelmed, but I feel like I'm having more days where I'm just like, well, I could be doing this. And there's days where I'm like sitting in bed and I have enough energy where I'm like, you know what, I'm going to sit in bed for, 20 minutes and do this and this. I really feel like I could be editing something, but I'm like all caught up on my editing, And I feel like that is a telling thing. Something else to be said. I definitely feel like I'm taking things on and like making it a bigger deal and more serious than it needs to be. Like I've said, I take life very seriously, and that can be great. I don't think this is the place I need to. Who's gonna really be that mad that I'm filming so much more? And if they are mad, then they don't have to watch. Like it's not really a big deal. Like I can just do what I do. Not to mention that as a viewer for the YouTubers that I watch, I'm underwhelmed. I'm like, you could be doing a lot more and I would be there for it. So I cannot believe how much makeup I have on my sweater right now. I really like this sweater. That's very unfortunate for me. Anyways, I just feel like I have some opportunities here to use my energy, and why not? And I'm having the best time. Ooh, that reminds me. So I was talking about changing my YouTube name. I am noticing that I feel like I'm showing up on the wrong side of the internet, which is fine, but also not fine. So I was like, let's fix that. And one of the things that I feel like I am doing the most that I do not feel like I want to stop anytime with, that I'm just loving, I find it very easy, I'm having a great time, is doing my little Chatty Get Ready with me. So that's what I decided to name my channel. We're gonna pretend we have creases. Just the smallest amount, right? I literally have to stop myself from talking so much in these videos. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just lean into it. That's what I've been thinking lately. I was like, I have so much to say, yet nothing really. But let me just go ahead and say it all on these videos and just put them out, Because I am definitely one of those people who really enjoys listening to other people talk. Like literally when I get my massages done, or if I have to get like a procedure done and it's like nerve-wracking and stuff, and they have someone like a nurse or whatever holding my hand, I will ask them to just talk about anything to do with them, their life, any stories, anything going on in the hospital, and whatever. And that just really, I'm gonna say calms me down, but let's be honest, we all know that it's just that I get so invested in what they're saying that I'm like disassociating from my own life and my own body almost. So it makes life a little bit more bearable and a little bit more fun, because even though I'm a big mental health girly, have to be to stay alive, I'm still just a girl who loves to watch and binge TV shows and listen to all my friends say all the things, and random people at hospitals tell me all the tea, and that is what I live for. Not really, but, kind of. And, what do I really do with the information inside my head of random things about random people that I will never see again? I don't know. But they're in there, which is kind of crazy considering I forget everything else. In case anyone ever sees anything, don't worry. I don't tell anyone any of your secrets. I just don't remember them that well, I can't even get through one story. Are we surprised? No. I wanted to rename my channel from Destabilizing Disability. The disability part, I think it was putting me on the wrong side of the internet. The side of the internet I didn't necessarily want to be on, and I didn't think that I fit. Which is interesting because originally that's why I named it Destabilizing Disability, but then we shifted just a tweak from it being me and my husband and telling all of our stories to it being me, my life, my husband. Like, it's just more. It's more than that, and it's a little bit more casual vibes, I think. So then I was thinking, Chatty, get ready with me, girl. And you might be like, well, why don't you just do your name? Just do your name like all the other girls out there that are doing the get ready with me. It's a great idea. There's a lot of things about that, though, I didn't want to do. Number one, I barely remember my name most of the time. I barely remember who I am. I wake up and most of the time I'm like, what's my name? Who am I? What's going on? How tall am I? So I don't feel as close to my name and all of that as maybe someone else does. I don't remember my name. I don't expect anyone else to. Other reasons. But then I said something to my husband about being like, there's other people. Like, my actual name, my whole name is already taken. Like, so I can still put it as but it's like, it's taken as a handle and stuff. And even just my first name, I was like, saying to my husband, I was like, oh yeah, there's like another YouTuber. She's pretty decently big. She's much bigger than I am. But who isn't at this point on YouTube? Anyways, so there's another YouTuber. She's bigger. She has the same name. And I'm like, but there's a lot of similarities. Like, not really, but a little bit. Like, and I just don't want to be, one, confused with her. Like, someone's like, oh, the girl with this name. And she's like this, and she's like that. And, like, they could be describing all these things, and they could be like, oh, wait, there's actually two of those. She's, like, an athlete, and she's doing all these things, and da-da-da. And my husband went, hey, TikTok is trying to compete with Amazon. Why can't you compete with this girl? And I was like, first of all, I'm a girl's girl. We don't compete. Second of all, what a great thing to say. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. And I think that needs to be my motto for the next year coming up. Just every day, all day, someone, somewhere, DM me, text me, leave it in a comment. It's not that deep. Because when you leave that comment, at that very moment that I see it, I will have been overthinking something and making something like super serious and then being like, how are we going to this? And what about that? And I can't do this until we do that. When it's like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Anyways, so I was thinking some different names. I made some different mock-ups for banners, blah, blah, blah. And I ended up with, I think it's Chatty T. And then like my handle is like Chatty T, get ready with me. And my husband just thought it was the cutest thing. He came up with it, in case you can't tell, because it rhymes. Anyways, I'm not good at coming up with those kinds of things anyways. Like names of channels or the name. I've had a couple Etsy shops and stuff, and I don't know. I'm never like, this is the name, I have it, and that's what's inspiring. It's like everything else. I can see, I can vision products, and with this and that, but I'm like, the name just never, I don't know. I've never been like, that's the name. I'm just like, oh, that's a good, cute name, and I like it. No trademarks, let's go with it. Anyways, so I went ahead and changed it. So if you see it changed, that was me. I did it. That was, yeah. Short story long, I changed my YouTube name in my banner. So, okay. That was really all I had to say. Also, let's not comment about how much blush I put in my face. Was it an accident? I'll never say. But yes, it always is.